Hey Trevor YouTube fam, welcome back. In this video, I'm just going to share what's coming up. This might be a bonus video. I'll be in Dang Nang probably when you're watching this video, but I'm getting ready to leave here. So just want to do a short little video, to tell you guys what's going on for the next week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So like I said, today is Friday. So by the time you see this, I might post this video on Tuesday. Just because I have so much stuff already scheduled. But really, this isn't going to really affect the public side of YouTube. This is really more going to affect the tribe side. The YouTube membership here on YouTube is I might be quiet for a week, maybe a week and a half, just because on the tribe side, how the YouTube membership works is they don't let you schedule videos like you can on the public side when you go inside your YouTube studio. That's really the only downside is, I have videos to kind of put out, but it doesn't let you schedule them. So maybe when I go to Da Nang, maybe I'll try to at least get on and post a couple things for the tribe. We'll see. But I don't really want to be in work mode too much when I go to Da Nang. So that's what we're going to talk about here in this video really fast. And I shared some of it, in a coffee talk video, but the coffee talk was really long and the coffee talks are way more casual. So how I'm treating this trip really fast is, and this is something I would really recommend for kind of everybody, especially if you're doing shorter vacations or shorter getaways. Like when you do a short vacation, a short getaway, you can 100% do this. If you're doing a 2, 3 week, 4 week vacation, this might get a little bit difficult, what I'm going to suggest for you, but 100% true. If you're doing like a 1 night getaway, a 2 night getaway, maybe a 3 or 4 day getaway, you can 100% do this and apply this what I'm going to share, because this is like life changing what I'm going to share with you here. And this is what really breaks that old identity and you become that most successful version of you. So how Da Nang happened, this isn't so much a vacation, even though I'm treating it like a vacation, but I'm treating it like a few things. One, I live in Thailand, I live abroad. So my visa is up to expire in August here. So I got to do a visa run. So a visa run is where you leave the country, you come back. Now I do have a 5-year visa, so I just got to leave and come back. So for one, I'm treating it like a visa run because I do have to leave and come back to Thailand. So I am doing that. But since I have to do that, and I have no choice, I'm kind of turning it into like an identity vacation, little mini vacation, a little mini getaway. And while I'm gone, I'm acting and behaving like this most successful version of me. Okay, that's what I mean. It's serving those couple purposes. Yes, I got to do it for my visa run. Yes, it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going for 4 nights and 5 days. We'll be in 5 days in Da Nang, Vietnam. Yes, it's going to be fun. But at the same time, I'm behaving, I'm acting. The whole time I'm there, I'm making decisions like this most successful version of me. Okay? This is a life-changing. Remember, when you live in the end, no matter what you want to call it, you want to be this most successful version of you, you love never God, or living in the end is the same thing, is acting as if it's the same thing here, is you have to act, carry yourself, dress, make decisions like that most successful version of you. And the reason why I love to do this on vacations or getaways is because you're out of your normal environment. You're putting yourself on purpose to a place you really want to go, place that may be very, very beautiful, have a beautiful beach. Maybe you're staying in a really nice resort. So you're basically thrusting yourself there, but while you're there, you can't act like this broke version of you. Okay, you have to act like this most successful version of you. And I've talked about this in not a ton of my videos. Sometimes my videos are long, so it gets lost in the translation, it gets lost somewhere in the middle of the video. But this is something I really recommend. This is something that was taught to me. And I'm trying to think the person who taught it to me it's really kind of like Ed Milet, but it wasn't so much Ed Milet. I used to work for Ed Milet. So if you know who Ed Milet is, I used to work for him. and I worked for his company. At the time I worked for him, I think he was a senior executive vice chairman at the time of the company. It was World Financial Group, World Group Securities, I believe back in like 2003 to 2007, 2008, something like that. And it was a combination between Ed Mylett, John Shin, Jeff Levitan. And one of the things they really taught core in that company was, because their company, they're really training you to be an entrepreneur. They're really training you to run a company, run a business. And at the same time, the philosophy is they did basically, how it worked is they did like 90-day runs. Like, you're crazy busy for 90 days. But at the end of 3 months, they called it like little mini vacations, little mini getaways. You don't have to take a 2-week vacation, 3-week vacation. You can do a weekend getaway. You can go for one night and stay in the best hotel in your area for one night. But while you're there, baby, you're acting, behaving, making decisions just like that most successful version of you for that one night. Maybe it's the weekend, you're doing the same thing. Maybe you're doing what I'm doing and you're going for 4 or 5 days. Okay, that's why I picked that sweet point, like 4 or 5 days, because I know 100% for 4 or 5 days, I can behave just like that most successful version of me. But that's why I didn't stay longer, because maybe you stay longer, maybe you start drifting into that old version. Maybe you start drifting into like, oh, I got to be careful when I'm spending, or I got to be careful with money. Okay, so you got to choose what really works for you. You really got to choose how long you can remain in that most successful version of me. And I'm not saying you blow money. Yes, money comes with it, but it's not all about the money. This is identity work. And the bottom line with this is you need to taste success. You need to taste it, my friends. Okay, you're doing all this work, no matter if you're an entrepreneur, you're putting in the time, you're standing in the fire, okay, you're waiting for your moment, you're doing everything right, okay, you're getting up early, you're making this shit happen. Maybe you're into manifesting, you're trying to manifest your dream car, your dream house, okay? You're trying to act and behave like that most successful version of you. You're trying to live in the end like Neville Goddard taught. You're trying to act as if, okay? You're trying to ignore your 3D world going around you, okay? But every few months, okay, at least minimum every few months, you need to taste success. You need to taste success as if you were that most successful version. You understand? You need to taste it, because when you taste it, it ignites you, okay, and it carries you forward. And you do enough of these little wins, enough of these little times you taste success, it rolls over and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you're finally living 100% your dream life. But you got to taste success, my friends. And this is what I really turned the Da Nang trip into, because I could have went a way cheaper route. I could have went and kind of did a standard border run where you go somewhere to a border of Thailand and walk across to another country and come back to Thailand in one day. Okay, but I can do that with my visa. I could have did that, but again, that's not the most successful version of me. The most successful version of me wouldn't do that, because for one, when you do that, most of the time you get caught up with scams. Most of the time you come back with a sour taste in your mouth because you overpaid or they scammed you. You couldn't get out of it because you're right at the immigration offices, and you kind of come back with a little bit of a bad experience. And I knew that because I've been there, done that, and I didn't want that. I scratched it. I said, no, this isn't what the $15 million man would do. This isn't what the most successful version of me would do. The most successful version of me would, if I gotta leave and come back, I'm going to jump on the plane. I'm going to go to another country, enjoy that country for 4 or 5 days, and come back recharged, ready to rock and roll, ready to put a dent in the universe, ready to rock and roll in my business with YouTube, whatever. And that's what I did. Okay, so I followed that advice. I followed the advice I'm giving you right now. Okay, even if it costs a little bit more money, which it does. Okay, but the payout, you have to understand, the payout is 1,000 times. You have to understand this. Okay, but lo and behold, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm kind of getting ready to leave here. Just want to share that thought with you. It was honestly, this video wasn't going to be a serious topic. But anyway, I'm getting ready to leave here. I'm just doing some last minute touch-ups here before I shut everything down. Let me stand up here. I'll show you. Move the chair across. Getting everything ready to take. So I got my charging my laptop so that way once it's fully charged, I can shut that down. I am taking my laptop, even though I said I'm not going to work, but I do have to take my stuff. I do at least got to take my laptop because I have live chat bots on some of my websites, some of my businesses that I have to at least check daily and maybe adhere to little emergencies here and there. So I do got to take some stuff. So I am taking my laptop. That's charging. I might take my earphones. I'll take the camera, of course. I am going to take my mic. I'm not really going to work there, but I am going to film a lot of content there as well. Because I know me. I know, like, once I'm on vacation, once my mind relaxes, I get in a mode where it's like, ooh, I want to share, And it's funny how that happens. It's funny how, this is manifesting 101, baby. Once your mind relaxes, once you let go, it comes to you, baby. Okay, so I know that. So I'm kind of getting prepared for it. I am going to take a little notebook with me so I can write stuff down. But yeah, just getting kind of everything ready. We are leaving. Today's the last day here in Surin. We're leaving tomorrow. So we're going to take a bus down to Bangkok. And we'll be in Bangkok Saturday and Sunday. Then we'll leave Monday morning for Da Nang, Vietnam. Our flight leaves early, which is cool because our flight leaves at 8 a.m. We're in Da Nang, Vietnam by 10 a.m. By the time we probably get off the plane, go through immigration, take a taxi to the hotel. Maybe we'll be at the hotel by 11:30, noon, something like that. So check into the hotel. And so we're being Da Nang. So other than that should be pretty exciting. So I just want to share that with you, get some stuff ready, getting around and doing the last minute touches here with YouTube and all that stuff. But yep, that's it. So just want to share that with you guys. Remember, I love you. I'll see you when I get back. I'll see you when I get back from Da Nang. I know you're know when I'm back, because once I'm back, you'll start seeing content that I filmed in Da Nang that I will share kind of across the channel, like sprinkle it across the channel as well, like inside the public side and also inside the tribe only side. But other than that, remember, I love you guys, and I'll see you when I get back.